Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Mr. Marcus Show, and I'm your host, Mr. Marcus. And today, we got my homeboys with me. Got my boy Aaron right here. What's up, dog?
What's good with you? What's good with you?
My boy Kay. What's up? What's up, bud? Got my boy Dennis right here. Got the lovely Jada behind the camera. And today, we're going to be talking to you about study skills and study tips and how, you can better prepare yourself for testing exams and things like that. And we're going to start off with my boy Aaron right here. Aaron.
Thank you, Mr. Marcus. No problem. Appreciate that. So what we're going to do is start off by saying, first tip you should do is have someone quiz you just to make sure you have your head on straight, you know what I'm saying? Second tip is you should take a break every 30 minutes, to make sure that your brain is fresh. And I'm going to let Kay tell y'all the rest.
I would say you should find a quiet space where you can think, really just work out. People being around you, that's going to distract you. For my second tip, I would say prepare a healthy snack. Something you can eat on like carrots, something like that.
Get the nutrients on.
Yeah, nutrients, all that.
Oh yeah, those were both very good answers. I appreciate y'all for that. And me, the tips that I would give to my fellow students out there trying to learn and trying to study and things like that. For one, studying is a goal, so you don't gotta work that pole. Two, always make sure you take your old material from your previous quiz, test, exercise, anything like that. Just anything that you've done in class previous, that you could look over that you think will help you, so. But that's all we have for right now. We're going to take a little break. And when we come back, we have two interviews from Dennis and Jada from two staff faculty of Prairie View A&M University. And we'll be right back.
My name is Dennis Duncan.
I'm Jada Jones.
And this is Mr. Gardner and Dr. Bars. And we're here for an interview to figure out how students should use their study time and better habits. So the first question is, what kind of study skills do you prefer students should use?
I believe that the study skills a student should use is based on the individual. They know their learning style and what study skills that they need to use based on that. So again, it's up to the individual and what type of study skills or style they would use.
Yes, and I agree with Dr. Barr. Students should explore different studies, types and study styles, depending on the subject. So you may study for math one way and study a history class a different way, but it shouldn't try to be a one-size-fits-all. And so students should explore and see what works best for them.
Okay. The next question is, what are some ways that you think students should use in their daily lives to break habits that prevent them from studying?
First, you have to admit that you have a habit that's preventing you. And once you admit that you do have that habit and you identify what that habit is, then you just have to focus in on what you want to do differently. Whether that be creating yourself a schedule to say, okay, I'm going to study at this particular time when I would normally probably be talking with friends or playing video games or doing whatever else. If you create yourself that time management schedule and just tell yourself, I'm going to stick to that schedule, I believe that will help break those bad habits.
Yes, I agree. Getting on a study, learning different study habits and trying to get on a schedule will help you in the long run. So even if you have to make a list of things that you must do throughout the day, putting studying on that list from going to class, doing your homework, study, repeat, lunch, so that you have a schedule that you can refer back to, so hopefully you won't get off track.
Okay. The third question is, how would you motivate students into studying more?
You motivate students by meeting them where they are. So you take a student from where they are and you build them to where you want to take them to. And you do that by encouraging them and using positive reinforcement to help them, to show them that they can learn. I believe that everyone is in college who want to succeed, so you take them from where they are and take them to where you want them to go. And if they see short-term success, then they would want to continue to study even more.
And sometimes just laying it out, giving a visual for them to see, they can see it a little bit better and moving forward so they can reach that short term and eventually moving on to a long-term goal as well.
Okay, the fourth question is, what are some good locations that you think that students should study at?
And again, it depends on the individual. Some students may thrive better in a group setting, whether they're in the library or even in the classroom after all the classes are dismissed. Some students study individually, so again, it depends on that individual. Some students like to refer back to their notes. Some students use the audio to listen to the notes, rewrite the notes. So it just depends on what fits best. And then some students like to do both. They like to go with the group, see what the group is talking about, and then go back and study individually to understand a little bit better, through their notes and their eyes.
Right, and I agree. It depends on the student. If you're the type of person that if you're in your room, it's going to make you want to fall back into those old habits, then you may have to remove yourself from that environment and get into an environment to where you feel more comfortable studying with fewer distractions. And if you're the type of person who need noise around while things are going on, then you find a coffee shop or Starbucks or come to the library and study. Or if you're the type who just need that quiet place, then you should be able to find that place as well.
Okay, the last question is, what are the best times students should study?
That depends on the student. If you're a morning person, study in the morning. If you're an afternoon person, study in the afternoon. If you're a night person, study at night. Just know what type of person you are. When do you have the most energy? When are you at most alert? You don't use your study time when that's your tired time, your downtime. Use it when you're most alert, and then I think you will see you will be able to feel the product. You'll see the product of your works if you do that during your peak time.
And hopefully trying your best not to cram, if you may. If you're studying throughout the whole time, hopefully everything is not new to you. You're just gradually learning as you go. And so you can better understand things if you've had time to evaluate and review that information. So again, you're not cramming in, because it's no really good time in its own way. As Mr. Garner said, it could be night, day, afternoon, in between classes, but whatever's best for you as a student to help you succeed.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.